Hello gang, I'm Colonel Failure and I love the smell of a new route in the morning. Today we're going to be running from Letchworth to Dinnington. Letchworth to Dronfield, get it right man. To Ilford and Redhill and Boreham Wood, back through Dronfield and then back to Letchworth. It's a mighty route, and then I'm going to do the same thing in reverse. Now this means that both Letchworth and Dronfield are going to get busy. But I'm okay with that. Or do I want to do that? Ooh, maybe we can do some expansion from Dinnington. Maybe we go Dinnington in the opposite direction. Oh, that's even more adventurous. All right, yes, we'll do that. That's spirit of adventure. I'm all about that. Anyway, I'm pretty certain. Well, I think that might be an exaggeration. I'm relatively certain that I've got this set up in such a way that that it isn't going to end up in a log jam, but time will tell. Right, let's crack on and we'll see how we get on. So first things first, Letchworth. There we go. If that was, we could declare victory at this point, perhaps. Okay, and then second stop. I'm gonna set plenty of signals as waypoints in this, just to ensure that we're on the right side of the track, because that's going to be critical. See, look, you've already jumped onto the wrong side. That's not good enough, my boy. Stay on this side. There you go. Now that was obviously doing that because it felt that it wants to reverse the course, and that's not what we're trying to do here. Get out of the habit of dragging. That's an A-train thing. Here we go. There's the next one. No, not there. There. Okay, and then up to Ilford. And it's going to paint everything wrong until I complete the journey. So let's get that done soonish, shall we? He's still dragging, honestly. There you go, Redhill. I'm not sure who this little chap here is, but hopefully he's not going to get in the way. Out of Redhill to Boreham Wood. Alright, let's do a quick review. Make sure that this is all clean. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. The goal here is to try and replicate the success of the big 7. Is it still 7 stop, or is it even more than that now? The big 7 stopper that we've got out on the other side of things. Okay, here's where it gets complicated. We come back in here. We need to switch over to the other side of the track. Come on, give me a signal. Any kind of a signal. We could do this one, but it feels like I could possibly get a signal in before then. Definitely feels like I could get a signal in before then. I don't think we'll chance it. Equally, we could come up there. But I can't put a signal. Oh no, hold on. So we're coming back in. We're just using this side of the track. I don't want to stay on one side of the track if I can possibly avoid it, because that way lies madness. What have we got coming out the other side? Nothing helpful. So it's going to have to be that way, which basically means we're going to block this whole section. That's ugly. That's decidedly ugly. Especially given the volume of traffic I intend to run down here. That's not at all what we had in mind. Where's my... That's a signal there. We can't put another one on this bit because it will get in the way. Yes. Okay. No, it's okay. This will be all right. Then from Boreham Wood we stop at Dronfield again, and then happy-go-lucky all the way back out to Letchworth. Okay, right. Well, how do we feel about that? Let's just make sure that that's behaving as intended. All right. Well, let Dron. Let's call it Drun, just to keep the three-letter motif on the go. Ilf Red. Okay, right. All right. Well, in principle, that should work. Now, I'm going to want to send multiple trains up here. So the next thing to do is make similar changes to the Dinnington line, because this is going to be my reverse course. Given that Dronfield Letchworth is adequately sorted and everything else is effectively a loop, we just want to make changes to this other track. Red's not bad. I just want something that will show up. Give me a electric. Something that. No. Give me a colour that I can see. There we go. All right, Dronfield, Dinnington to Dronfield, and then so this is going to do the same route in reverse. Okay, right. Figured that makes sense. Right, then we'll go from Dinnington. Let's remove Dronfield. Dinnington, add station. Let's get it on the right side of the track for starters. Otherwise, madness will persist. And this is all part of the big push towards victory. Yeah, well, to an extent, I suppose. No, this is all part of the big push towards reducing the overall number of vehicles on the track, despite the fact that this is actually going to add a couple of vehicles. Yeah, you might want to think your justifications through there, boy. And then out here. Yep, that's worked. That has taken the route that I think is going to be most effective. It means we end up with a back and forth on both sides of that bit of track, but there's not a massive amount I can do to combat that. Well, other than, you know, design the tracks better. But hey, where's the fun in that? Right, let's carry on. Red Hill. Are you happily staying on the right side of the track? You are staying on the right side of the track. Good stuff. And then from Red Hill to Ilford. Have you done anything stupid? No, you are equally behaving yourself. This is all very positive. And then from Ilford, hey, see, there you go, Ilford. It's trying to be clever, and that's because it doesn't seem to have much choice in the matter. Okay, there's another service that comes into Ilford that I need to check on. So let's bring that up. Dukenfield, Ilford, Yarmouth is using that side of the track. Huh. Okay. Well, it's taken the right route, but that's another potential blocking point. But it shouldn't be so bad that it actually stops trains operating. Famous last words. So it should just work. Right, and then we're coming back in this direction. At which point, yeah, that's just working smoothly. We can hit Dronfield again. I don't know, there may be nothing waiting. Let's add the stop in there. And then back up to Dinnington, which is a goodly route. And then everybody's happy. Okay, fine. Right, so this is going to be... part of me suspects quite strongly that this is not going to go to plan. But that's because I've met me. We'll take Ilford as red on that one. Okay, I've got one train on that route already, so let's let him rip. I've sent all the other trains on the other opposite route back to home base. Right. You realise? Oh no, you wouldn't. Never mind. You are on the right side of the track. So let's follow this this brave warrior up the road a little here. Now, he's not going to run into any trouble at all because there's nothing else on this service right now. I'm not entirely sure where he's headed to. He's going entirely off-piste. That's where he's heading to. Where are you going? Hey. You're going to Dinnington. You're choosing a really strange way of getting there. I'm going to wait for you to finish having whatever emotional crisis you're having right now so that you can get back with the program. And then I can shoot some more trains up the line. Look at this attractive number. I can't help but think that a reskin may be coming on shortly, though. This one's. We've seen quite a lot of this somewhat Virgin-inspired design. Yellow never goes this way, Sunshine. I'm just letting you know that you're taking a route that is actually one you should never be taking, and you're on the wrong side of the track. It's important that you consider this. Trains in the background. Heck of a lot of traffic. I wonder why there's a lot of traffic there. Where are we coming into? This is Red Hill. Red Hill. I think Red Hill has got enormous growth opportunity. I was going to say potential there. And indeed, potential is what it has. Is that a slow corner? That's lousy. Not much I can do. I mean, it needs to get round that corner, but it's clearly bled off a respectable amount of speed to get round there. Yep, going through another station it doesn't need to go around. Still, hey, look, this has just turned into a ride-along. Trotting along with this somewhat possessed train that doesn't really have a coherent plan. Okay, and then once we're back in Dronfield, it's just going to work. Everything's going to pan out. It's all going to come up gloriously. Slow corner. Now, stay on yellow. There you go. You are now on the correct track. Congratulations, have a medal. And I suspect it's probably done this because it felt it was the quickest, because it was on the wrong side of the track, and it's felt that this was the most appropriate course of action. I could, of course, just have told it to reverse direction, but hey, then we wouldn't have driven round the entire circumference of the route. I mean, okay, circumference implies that it's a circle of some description, but you know, you kind of get the idea. Right, now this tops out at 200 kilometers an hour. And given that we're using shared track, it means that I'm going to have to use something that is 200 capable and no faster to keep pace of it. I would have liked to mix my services, but that's just not going to work. How many people have we got waiting? 116. Well, aren't you off to a promising start? Right, as soon as I see this thing going the correct direction, we will... what will we do? Well, I'm going to build an engine shed, and I'll set another one going. Okay, where's the point at which we want to send number 2? Boreham Wood, maybe. I think Boreham Wood could be a flyer. I mean, I could send more. Maybe I should send more. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Now, if I've, keep my wits about me. And obviously, this spur of track I've got here had more noble intentions when I first built it, but there you go. Have we got anything else that's 200 mile an hour capable? 200 kilometre. When I say miles per hour, it's just force of habit. I mean kilometres per hour, obviously. What will you do? 160. See, that's the other passenger alternative, and it's just not fast enough. Hold everything. You'll do 200 kilometers an hour. All right, what about these coaches? So will you. Right, okay. You're hired. Where did you go? No. It's this one. Right, okay. It's expensive. I'm going to take it. Let's do it. It's just as fast, and it offers a little bit of variety. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to check what it's what sort of kilonewtons we're getting here. Oh, tons. Right, loads. 110, 132. That's good. Right, this is heading for Boreham Wood, at which point we can set this onto the same line. I think I'll send it as soon as it arrives. I mean, it is quite a high risk approach to do this, because it's working on the assumption that I can service this route adequately with just 2 trains. I might need more in order to keep the journey times down. Right, ready? I've waited long enough. Off you go. Handsome. Okay, good stuff. Right, we'll now do the same thing on the Letchworth branch. I can get rid of that. And with a bit of luck, we'll see just how bad the traffic chaos gets. And I'm going to do the same combination. I think I quite like the idea of having 2 different types of train. We could pretend between ourselves that they are from different train companies. If that's the sort of thing that makes you excited, then, you've come to the right place. Right, set route. What the heck's the route called? Letchworth. Unable to find path to stop. I find that hard to believe, unless I haven't connected up the track. But I would also find that hard to... Oh, I haven't... No, the track's not electrified. That's the problem. Well, that's okay. You'll be fine in just a moment. There we go. Auto save, taking 3/4 of an hour as per usual. Letchworth. Don't say the word too often. Okay, now the faith that we have to show at this point is that I have, in fact, set the signals in such a way that isn't going to lead to death and mayhem. Endless queuing. Now, I'm relatively certain that I've got it right, but, I can't be 100% certain. Let's have a quick look at the time. 6 minutes on the Dinnington route. Letchworth is currently at 8. Is that all? Huh. Right, let's get your comrade purchased. Now, the other thing that could slow it down, of course, is the speed that loading speed 16 times versus loading speed 2 times. So the second train design is loading passengers somewhat slower. That's worth bearing in mind. Okay, Letchworth. We'll set number 2 in motion when we get to Ilford, I think. But we'll follow along. You can just sit over there and wait your moment. first dramatic arrival in Dronfield. So I'm not expecting big things from this. This isn't like the 7-8 train service that I'm running. This is not going to be gangbusters profitable, but I would like it to be profitable. That's a given. Pretty sure that guy was on the wrong side of the track, you know. Well, we'll worry about it when we come and have a look at Dronfield in a moment and see that everything has fallen apart. Okay, we're headed for Ilford with 4 whole people on board. It's not really what we expect in the year 2082, but, you know, what can you do? What would be nice in the second version of this game, which I am almost certain they'll do, I suspect they'll be adding ships. Ships would be the thing that I would suspect. So ports of some description, as well as more of the same and more industry. I think will probably be a thing that they add. But what I would like to see is futuristic trains. Given that just about everybody plays through well beyond the early 21st century, it would be nice to see some trains that kind of reflected that. And they don't even need to be, you know, break out your concept artist and see what he can come up with. It's more a case of, you know, just take designs that have been mooted by some of the bigger train kind of designers and get it rolling. That was Ilford, by the way. I should set you in motion, shouldn't I? There we go. He's off. Okay, so if there's going to be any mishaps of a signalling type variety, it will be at Dronfield. Now, I fully expect that on an occasional, if not regular basis, we'll have people waiting at signals there, because it does get a little bit complicated, despite the fact there are 4 tracks. So it shouldn't. There really is no excuse. 4 trains, 4 tracks. That's 1 track each. Hooray! But, you know, these things happen. Look at this. It's train fever, everybody. Well, let's slow this down and soak it in. That's pretty attractive stuff. Apart from, you know, the smog. Yeah, I also think that if they were to do a sequel of this, they will take quite a few notes from the fine people who make Skylines in terms of workshop integration, because that's almightily powerful for keeping people engaged, and it still doesn't stop you from releasing expansion packs. That's what I would do anyway if I was in charge. If anyone wants to put me in charge, get in touch. Anyway, right, that's going to wrap it up for today. I might should we just abandon this chap here and go and see whether Dronfield is descending into mayhem. There you go, 2 trains in the station at the same time. That's not bad. Yeah, so next time around, don't know. I haven't decided. We're into uncharted territory. I think what I'll probably end up doing is working the towns that surround the White Elephant and see about getting that moving in a more positive and upbeat direction. As mentioned in the last episode, you know, I have played forward for 50 years, and that town had not grown. So there is plenty of growth opportunity to be had. I could set 1 more train on each track now, and no one would know. Do we want to do that? No, we want it to be profitable. Let's leave it going. And we want to reduce the number of vehicles. So, you know, we want to ship people around, but having full trains is a valuable thing to have. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Yeah, I get the sense. I mean, you know, I'm very keen on this this playthrough that I've been enjoying for getting on for 50 episodes now. But I'm starting to feel like, you know, maybe it's going to become a victim of the map size. You know, large maps allow you to place an awful lot of stuff, but the upshot is that it really does start to run quite slowly. So maybe a small map start might be in the future. Hey, I'm not saying anything yet. We want to see if the white elephant works or not. So anyway, tune in next time. Chuck us a like this time. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll be back with you in the very near future. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.
Listen.